This video lesson is going to be over applying angle relationships. Supplementary angles. So supplementary angles, when you add them together, they equal 180 degrees. They do not have to be adjacent. So let's go over some vocabulary here. The supplementary angles, I want you to remember it is 180 degrees. Okay, so you are going to add them. So angle ABC plus angle PQR equals 180 degrees. They do not have to be adjacent. So adjacent, this word, means next to. Okay, it's not next to the other angle. There's clearly space between these two angles, but they are both supplementary because when I add this one, the measure of this angle plus the measure of this angle, I get 180 degrees. Complementary angles. Okay, so if it complements it, it means when I add it together, they equal 90 degrees. So complementary angles, I want you to think 90 degrees. Also, these do not have to be adjacent. Okay, adjacent again is touching. These two angles here, so this angle right here is adjacent to this angle here. And we know that they are complementary because we see this box right here in the corner, and that means measure of 90 degrees. But they don't necessarily have to be adjacent, okay? They do not have to have the same side. So let's look at this example here, okay? We will need to find the missing angle. Well, let's see, we need the measurement of DBE, so this angle, and then we need the measure of CBE, so CBE, this angle right here. Looking at what I know, let's figure out what we need to do. So this right here is the yellow angle. This would be the blue angle. Looking at the information that I have, I know these two angles. I don't know the measure of them, right? Because I have an algebraic expression for both those. But I do know this side is 90 degrees. Well, if this side is 90 degrees, this entire measurement is going to be 180, right? Because the measurement of a straight line is 180. So I know that 17x plus 13, which is this one, plus this angle, 32 minus 2x, equals 90. Now I need to combine like terms. So again, this is where we could highlight the different parts. Right here is a variable term with an x. Here is a constant. Here is a constant. Okay, I cannot combine this with anything on the other side of the equal sign. If you need to and it helps you, draw that little river that we can't cross. Now let's do some math here. So 17x minus 2x, which is really 17 minus 2. So it gives me 15. The x is still there. I've used both those. Now take plus 13 plus 32. So 13 plus 32 is plus 45 equals 90. I just merely bring that information down. Now I'm going to solve for x. So remember, I need to do inverse operations to get x by itself. So if I have plus 45, I need to subtract 45 from both sides. That will cancel out, leaving me just the 15x. And 90 minus 45 leaves me with 45. So now I need to get x by itself. 15 is connected to x by multiplication. The inverse of multiplication is division. I must divide both sides by 15. This leaves me x on this side. And 45 divided by 15 is 3. So x is 3. I solved that. However, I still did not figure out the measurement of this angle or the measurement of this angle. So the next step is to take, I know x is 3, and insert this number in for x. The measure of angle DBE is going to be 17 times 3 plus 13. 17 times 3 gives you 51. Bring this down, plus 13 gives you 64 degrees. So 64 degrees. Now the measure of angle CBE is right here. That is going to be 32 minus 2 times 3. Order of operations, 2 times 3 gives me 6. Bring this rest of it down. 32 minus 6 gives me 26 degrees. 26 degrees. Now to check my answer, I can add 64 plus 26, and as long as I get 90, then my answer is correct.